The greatest crisis today in leadership isn't power, but it is identity. So many leaders out there are struggling with self-esteem. They are struggling in knowing who they really are, and that affects their decision making and a lot of things in their leadership journey. Join me today as we address the topic of leadership and identity. Hi, welcome to another episode of The Nation. Know your identity with your host, Becky Wenz Nasuna. And do not forget we are still on season 1, Standing on Business. And today we're going to talk about a topic that is leadership and identity. It is really a broad topic, and trust me, you won't want to miss it. And I've not come alone. I've come with a guest, and he's a leader, a man of influence, a great man in Uganda. So I'm going to allow him to introduce himself.
Yes, I want to welcome you all our viewers, the viewers of the Fine You Show. I'm happy to be hosted today. I'm Newton Mahanguzi Rwijema. Those are my names. I'm married to Angela Mutesi, and we have a child, a girl child, Shalom. Mahanguzi Newton is a leader. I'm another DC or a resident district commissioner. I serve with Chiboga district, local government. Yeah, other than that, I serve in church. I'm a born again Christian, me and my wife. We serve with Exploits Ministries. And in that ministry, we are in charge of institutions. So we are the pastors in charge of institutions. Thank you so much.
So, Mr. Mahanguzi, you have introduced yourself as an RDC of Chiboga district. So, to the viewers out there, they want to know who is an RDC, who selects an RDC. If someone wants to become one, like what is the criteria?
Appointment of another DC is entirely on the discretion of the president. All the powers are vested in him. So other DCs or resident district commissioners are representatives of the president in districts. So it is the president that appoints. But you asked a very important question. How does one become? Other than being appointed by the president, you must be somewhere. You don't just come from nowhere. So you must have been with a track of leadership. You must have sacrificed somewhere. You must have read somewhere. So it's through, by the way, we believe, they say you have caught the eye of the president. So catching the eye of the president, you must be somewhere. This is an eye. There is an eye moving around. So you must be somewhere doing something. That's how the president can easily identify you and you are appointed. So the appointment is by the president. What does the RDC do? That was another question, very important. So as a representative of the president in the district, it means you represent the central government. All the monies that go to the districts, everything that goes to local government, you are the chief supervisor or the chief, like the district executive of the central government, connecting the central government to the local government. So you are the bridge. Mainly, that's what the RDC does.
You're in between them.
You are a go-between.
Okay.
Yeah.
That is it. As you've heard from the RDC, he has said that to be an RDC, you have to be appointed by the president. So, Mr. Mahanguzi here was appointed by the president. Yo! Okay, without wasting so much time, I want us to dive into our topic. If you remember very well, the topic is leadership and identity. Mr. Mahanguzi, as you have heard him, he has a track of being a leader. So he's going to explain to us how does leadership connect with identity? So, Mr. Mhanguzi, my first question to you is, how is leadership connected with identity?
Yeah, first and foremost, I think through leadership, you can easily know yourself, identity, self-awareness.
Okay.
You can easily identify who you are. But it's good to first identify who you are before you lead.
Oh.
I think leaders are developed and you are trying to build the identity. Who you are, what you are, whose you are, and why you are. Those are the 5 like W's. If you can address them so well, you can easily get your identity. So first and foremost, in leadership, you must be self-aware. You know who you are. The Bible, I've said that is have in church. The Bible talks about knowing who you are and whose you are. So the moment you know who you are, you can easily have high self-esteem, which is a requirement in leadership. And or high esteem makes you a good leader because you have identified who you are. You're a man of high esteem. You're a man of confidence. You have developed that identity. So through leadership, though many people develop these things when they are already leaders, through leadership, you can easily identify who you are.
Okay.
You can know you are a leader of this type. Then it can also build your high esteem. So identity and leadership, I think they are so interconnected. It's until you know who you are that you can lead.
Okay. As you've heard, it is until you know who you are, then you can lead. Because who are you going to lead when you yourself, you don't know who you are? So we run to our next question, which says, do you believe that some leaders are termed as poor leaders due to identity ignorance?
Yes. As I said, if you don't know who you are, you cannot never become a good leader. So some leaders, they are really good. They are supposed to be good leaders, but what they manifest out of their leadership is bad leadership. Why? They have low esteem. They don't know who they are. Self-awareness. Someone does, because you must first dissect yourself. Who am I? What is my strength? Few things. Who you are, your strength, your weaknesses. So until you know those things, something like emotional intelligence, these small things can make you a bad leader. So poor leadership can easily be manifested from leaders that do not know who they are. So I think if you can not know exactly who you are, which in fact you must identify, you must look out who you are. Like me, Newton, I know I have a strength in this, and whenever I go out, I base on my strength to become a better leader. Then my weaknesses, I also make sure that they are guarded somewhere. They are not exposed to the bigger group, because people are expecting a leader.
Yes.
They are waiting for a good leader. By the way, no one is waiting for a bad leader. So it is upon a leader to know who you are, your strength, your weaknesses, your esteem. You know, there is something like inferiority complex. You are a leader, but all the time you coil. Have you ever seen a dog that coils its tail?
Yes.
When it is time for hunting, others are hunting, but this dog, its tail is coiled. And the tail of a dog, it is its strength. When the dog is coming to you, the first strength is the tail. So the tail of a good leader is identity. So until you identify who you are, until you know who you are, then bad leadership, because you are working on pressure, you don't believe even the decision you are making, panicking all the time. Now, let's say I'm another DC. I have powers.
Yes.
All over the district, on chairman LC5, council, what? But because I'm not aware, of the powers. Identity. I failed to identify myself as another DC. I will make bad decisions.
Yes,
they will start stealing government money when I'm there.
Yes.
So bad leadership, if the identity issue is not dealt with, then we can easily produce bad leaders.
Okay. Wow, that is self-explanatory. Like he has explained it all. So hope you are pondering what he's saying. Hope you are running with us. And I'll hook to another question that says that why do many young people copy other leaders' style instead of discovering their own voices?
Yeah, it's true. God made us different because there is a gift in me. I've told you I serve in church, though I serve in the world, in a sphere called governance. But when God was creating all of us, he created us uniquely. There are those unique things that in us. First, copying is not bad.
Okay.
To some extent. Because there are people we look up to.
Yes.
We call them inspirational leaders that inspire us. Like me, the president of this country inspires me so much. Sometimes I want to speak like him, find myself trying to speak like him. But copying, I think you go beyond. No, develop what is in you, that special gift. I can get inspired, but copying is not good. Why people cope? First, they are not self-confident. Secondly, low esteem, inferiority complex. He sees others, he thinks for him, his uniqueness cannot manifest. So he thinks, if I be Newton, we have many young people, tells you, I want you to be my mentor. The next day, you see, he wants to be you. Yet there is that uniqueness, that special gift, that special thing that God put in them. So may I think it is not good to copy, but many young people copy because they are not aware of themselves. That's where identity comes in. Identity issues. They are not sure. You find
do it well.
Yes, you find you think you are me, yet you can never be Newton. There is only one Newton in this world. Though copying to inspire is good, but copying to become, that is the worst. So mostly what brings that is low esteem, lack of confidence, and I think maybe even a lack of knowledge. They don't think they can become. Inferiority complex. Then there are also some leaders that sit on others. So you will find this young man wants to be you because he thinks you, when you are talking to them, you show them you are the only leader.
You are
the only bull. Always. So you will find that bull can never be replaced in the crowd. So all the other young bulls will try to emulate and become that bull. But it's not good to copy. Young people, God has created all of us uniquely. Let's build what God has put in us. We can build our confidence issues. We can build our esteem issues. No one was born with high esteem. We can fight against inferiority complex and we become better leaders.
Okay. From what he has said, I'm not adding anything. He has explained it really well from the cause. I'll just hop on to the next question, guys. So the next question is, how does lack of self-awareness affect decision-making in leadership?
Yes, as I've said, you become a puppet. You're a puppet all the time.
They are pulling strings.
You don't know yourself. As I've said, I'm another DC.
Yeah.
I have constitutional powers. I have delegated powers. But if I'm not aware of the powers, even the constitution of this country gives me powers, then they are rights, rights of any other human being. So it is until, that's why knowledge is power. It is until I get to know who I am, whose I am, and maybe what I represent, that I can make better decisions. But the moment I'm not aware that another DC, you have these presidential powers, you have delegated powers, you have constitutional powers, I can have, because to make a decision, good decisions are informed decisions. And to get good informed decisions, it means you need knowledge. So many people who are not self-aware, who are not aware of themselves, they will make bad decisions because they don't know even the decisions they are making. Even they may fear to make decisions. Not only a bad decision, they will just fear. So when you know who you are, I'm a pastor, I know there are things that give me powers. So until I'm aware of these powers, and do you know what? When there is no knowledge, you can never be confident.
I never.
So informed decisions, they come from knowledgeable things. You know, I know my powers. I know where I get powers from. I know who's, even if they are delegated powers, where they are from. So bad decisions can easily manifest if you are not aware of yourself. So it's good, young people, to be aware of themselves. The Bible gives us powers. Chosen generation, a royal priesthood. And then why should you be a puppet and make bad decisions? So even if you are not another DC at the level of that young person, there are powers. There is knowledge. Knowledge is everywhere these days. People who are seeing us, there is knowledge today. Yeah. So knowledge is everywhere. On the streets, there is knowledge everywhere. On socials, knowledge. All platforms, knowledge. So it's good to have knowledge that you can make better, not only good, but better decisions.
Wow. Wow. So to every leader that is watching this video, please and please and please be aware of who you are, be aware of what you can do, be aware of the decisions that you're making, be knowledgeable in general. Yes, so now we are going to hop on to another question, and we have talked about what makes a bad leader, how leadership is connected with identity. So now, to a young person out there who wants to be a leader one day, or who is already a leader right now, like how can they begin to lead in a place of identity? Like how can they become better leaders, or how can they become good leaders?
Yes, first and foremost, leadership is developed. These people, the moment they identify themselves, the moment they get to know who they are, whose they are, why, what, if they can address those the W's, then there is no reason why this young person can fail to lead. So may I think first and foremost, leadership, they can start where they are to develop their leadership energies or strength. Where you are in that. What are they? Whatever they are doing. By the way, leadership is everywhere. You know, when you talk about leadership, people think you should stand and people vote you. That's a general thing. But leadership, even if you are in that, let's say, saloon, you have workers, they will need leadership. Even if you are in a home like here, there are people here. If I'm not a good leader, the moment you enter there, you would have seen that there is bad leadership. So young people can start from where they are. Just get to know who you are. The moment you identify yourself, start leading. And there are some qualities of a good leader. If they can develop that, after you have started, you have been given a platform, be that those qualities, openness, confidence, those things, few things at that level, but you can lead from every level. They shouldn't wait to become RDCs, to become presidents, MPs,
to be good leaders,
to start leading. Lead. You know, even in this home, even in your home, in kids, you can say this kid is a leader. When a parent is leaving home, you find you are 10, but he picks someone. I'm going, this should be done. And sometimes it's not even about age. Find someone in the middle there. They are calling them, come. You must do this. And you find that boy, that girl is supervising all of you. So I think leadership, at any level, you can be a leader. And leadership is not political leadership. Leadership is just leadership the way the word is. Leading others. showing others the way, following the way. That is leadership. So at all levels, anyone can be a leader. Young people, be better leaders. And these days, leadership is a prerequisite. Even when you are looking for a job, they are testing to see, is this person a leader? Can this guy lead? And so leadership is so important. The moment you start, then it needs development. Development through trainings, through inspirations, you become a better leader. But you must also focus on it. And you must get interested in it. And that's why others are led and there is a leader. But I know many young people are going to become leaders.
Amen. Yes, so you have mentioned like a child at home being delegated to do something like to watch over the siblings, to watch over the home. So this has brought to me a question that is someone born a leader or they just grow up to be a leader?
I don't know I think it was Nelson Mandela said leaders are born but they are developed as they grow. Leaders are born. Every person, by the way, not only the born factor. Everyone is born a leader. But those that are developed, they become better leaders. Some people can be born and they end up being bad leaders. But the moment you identified, as I've said, like a sphere of governance, a God specifically created some certain group for governance. Like you are created for media. So there is another group created for the sphere of governance. So in this sphere, we are born. We were born in that sphere. Yes. But it's upon development into this sphere to fit in it. Okay. And many people have been vomited. You are born, you find someone who was born in the sphere of governance. But over time, they are vomited. Now you find he's in business. So leaders are born, but better leaders are developed.
Wow. Leaders are born and better leaders are developed. Wow. Okay, guys, like that information, it is driving me crazy. Like it's really on point. It's also good information. I call upon you, whoever is watching, to please watch this video until the end and share it to your friends, share it around so that they can also get a glimpse of this knowledge that is being shared here by the RDC. And as you have seen the show has been good and it has been wonderful, knowledgeable, educating. Like, give it all the 5 stars if you can. Yes. Having heard all that our guest had to say, it has really been knowledgeable, powerful, and educating. I would like our guest to give us his closing remarks before we conclude the show.
Yeah, thank you so much, my host. It's a privilege, it's an opportunity to speak to the young people. Yeah, thank you, our viewers. It's a great time with you. Yeah, we have been talking about leadership, and I think this is a very, very important factor in our society. The moment we become better leaders, then we shall live in a happier environment. So, as I conclude, I want to encourage you, read as much as you can. Get interested in leadership, because there is nothing, I think still was Mandela who said that everything rotates. It starts, it dies on leadership. So the moment we address the leadership issue in our societies, then we shall live in a happier environment. I thank you so much. Thank you for watching us. Thank you. I want to encourage you, follow this show, Define You Show. It's a very knowledgeable show. The other shows, but this is knowledge, and knowledge is power. The moment you get knowledge, then the next thing, this knowledge can even be quantified in monies. So it's better you have knowledge, then all other things can follow. So thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Newton Mohanguzi. for the great knowledge that you have shared with us. This knowledge is not just knowledge, but it is an investment in I and the viewers that are watching out there. So I hope that this information, you will not just watch it, but put it in practice. And I would like to conclude by urging each and every leader to be a visionary leader. A visionary leader, this is a person that sees beyond the present. You know, they see the future and they believe it is possible and inspire others and lead others to the vision. Okay, the Bible tells us about Moses. He was a visionary leader. So imitate, like as you have heard our guest speaking, that it's not bad to copy, but also to what extent are you copying. Don't copy, but be inspired. And I want to end by telling you that all leaders have their strengths and weaknesses, and the greatness of a leader does not come from perfectionism. It does not come from perfectionism. To be a leader, you don't have to be perfect. You don't have to be flawless, but you just have to be faithful and knowledge seeking. Otherwise, thank you for watching. I love you so much. I stay Becky Wenz Nasuna, your host for Define Nation. I love you so much. Keep on subscribing, sharing to your friends, comment. Like, guys, how can you watch this whole episode and don't comment? Like, for sure. I love you.